What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, JB, what's going on?
Hey, not much. It's a
Look, I
Saturday.
miss it's Saturday, right? And I've been running errands all day. I'm home now. So listen, welcome. We have I missed a week. JB didn't miss a week.
hmm
I missed a week. So y'all gonna have to bear with me because I want to go over a few things. I'm just gonna go through my notes. And y'all know how we do as we go through the notes. We might cover some stuff. We're gonna talk about some stuff. But we're gonna first of all, we're gonna start with hey Kevin, I'm glad to see you. Kevin, I hope you didn't feel like I was coming at you the other night on the Whether You Like It or Not panel. I wasn't coming at you, boo. I don't even want you to think that. I was picking. But I'm glad to see you. You came back, so you must not be mad at me. um, let's start with the elephant in the room. We got a new Ted.
hmm
Now, again, this chat and this commentary is for soap opera lovers. If you are a soap opera lover, this is par for the course. We
Right.
see this happen all of the time for
hmm
different reasons, for a variety of reasons. Sometimes people get sick and they have to leave. Sometimes people just leave the show. Sometimes people get fired from the show. Sometimes people aren't a good fit, and we see characters change all the time. Now, I do think that they consciously try to find somebody that looks like the person that's being replaced, but in all reality, sometimes it's just whoever is the best person for the role, right?
hmm
So how do you feel about the new Ted situation?
So I like the new Ted. Now, I cracked up laughing yesterday with that nutcase because she said something and I thought it was hilarious when she told him he looked like a young thirst trap. I was like, "You right about that? He do look like a young thirst trap." But I like the new Ted. I do like the new Ted. Maybe I'm biased because I've watched him in different shows and movies, so I think I'm biased. But I like him. Do I miss the
So
old Ted? Yes.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. For me personally, I think the new Ted's acting is better.
hmm
I definitely think the new Ted is a better actor, right? But I do think that the old Ted had some swag with him that I think
Right.
is what everybody's missing. Because the
hmm
new character, yeah, Keith, he's definitely a better actor. And I loved seeing him in that scene with Kat. We'll get to that, but the scene with Kat where he sort of played his case with her. I
hmm
honestly feel like in that scene, you not you in general, but I mean like the fans, you have to see the difference. The way
Right.
he interacted with Kat, the way he was able to act in that moment, like it was little things that he did that I noticed. So for me, um, I understand why the fans miss the old Ted because the old Ted definitely had some swag. He
True.
had a little something, you know what I'm saying, that the new Ted doesn't really have, but I definitely think it's a better actor.
hmm I definitely
You
like
know.
him though for sure.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Quake said perfectly said Orchard. So let me see what Orchard said. Black Orchard said Keith is a better actor, but the old Ted is a stronger. There you go. You know what? That is perfectly stated. That is absolutely perfectly stated. Keith is a better actor, but the old Ted has a stronger presence. Now,
Correct.
I know you're in. I did join the chat, but I'm not in there. I don't go on Facebook,
I
and
don't be on it
I
that
don't even.
much.
Okay, because I know that somebody was saying Spiller Boy in his live the other day. Spiller Boy was saying that the old Ted has been cutting up on Instagram, like kind of
Oh, really?
trolling. So yeah, they said I didn't go watch because I'm sure if we go and look up his tweets or whatever. First of all, I'm not on Twitter, so I guess if people go look at his tweets, the old Ted, he's been
hmm
sort of trolling. Like I don't know what he's been saying. I don't think it's rude. I think it's just
hmm
tongue in cheek kind of stuff. But the rumor was that he wasn't getting along with the people, and that's
That's
why
what I've
they
heard.
got rid of him. So if he is trolling, maybe there's some validity to that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Thank you, grown
Possibly.
woman. Grown woman says she on both channels supporting. I appreciate that, my love. We are streaming on my channel and on JB's channel. So if you are on JB's side, go on, come on and subscribe over here. And if you are on my side, make sure y'all are subscribed to JB. We definitely next month we are going to be doing the Whether You Like It or Not panel, Real Housewives of Miami edition. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who all else is going to be, but I know it's going to be myself and JB. I think we're going to get y'all. I know y'all watches Miami. I do not know who else does. So it'll definitely be the two of us, and we're going to try to get recruit 2 more people that we know watch Miami. So if you're not
I know
subscribed,
somebody who watches Miami.
okay, listen, I'm open to it, and I'm always here to meeting and working with other creators, other YouTubers. So if it's somebody I don't, definitely reach out and let me know. So we definitely have that coming up on horizon, you guys. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to both. So thank you guys that are. So yeah, the new Ted was the original one, but was filming elsewhere when it started, and they gave him that, and he's moving forward. Oh, wait a minute, Brown Mama came through with a little tea. The new Ted was originally in this role, but it was a conflict. Oh, Dominique said the same thing. Keith was originally cast for the role, but he had a conflict at the time. Okay, so the old Ted was never supposed to be permanent anyway.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
That
Okay.
is.
That's interesting. Thank you guys. See, thank y'all for coming through with that's what I'm talking about. That's why I love doing lives, because maybe the people be coming through. Okay.
True. And
Okay.
I saw a lot of people upset about, I saw people kind of like, oh, why did they replace him so soon? But I know you watch General Hospital. They just recast the role of Michael. He just showed up yesterday at the nurses' ball.
Child, I love the nurses' ball, but anyway, that
Yeah, I
damn
do
Lucy.
too. Lucy
Listen,
Cole.
if you ain't old school General Hospital, if you old school General Hospital, you love you some Lucy Cole. You can't hate Lucy. Even when Lucy was the town trollop, you couldn't hate Lucy. I'm sorry, you just can't hate her. You just can't hate her. I thought it was reversed. Okay. Well, that's what it is. So I think the overall consensus is that most people do like the old Ted, but I think people acknowledge that the new Ted is a better actor, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The other thing I want to say to you guys is this. Right, Kevin, replacements on soap operas are normal. The other thing I want to say is Lucy was the original Vanessa. She was. She was. Baby, I will never forget when Lucy got Alan to marry her. Baby. Anyway, see, this is what we get off on other stuff. We're going to stick to Beyond the Gates. Okay. The other theory I want to bring up to you guys, and I had to call JB and tell him this was text. I don't know.
Is it the twin thing again?
Y'all might be wearing me down with this twin theory. Y'all might be wearing me down. Let me tell you why. I'm not saying I'm 100% on board. I'm just saying that it's not as crazy of a theory as it was in the beginning. When people
it's not, but it's still.
Yeah, when people first started saying it, I was side-eyed like, come on, y'all. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why y'all might be wearing me down with this twin theory. Okay. Reason number one, they have made such a big deal about these birthdays. And I understand on soap operas we do celebrate birthdays. It's not like we don't celebrate them, but I'm just very sensitive when I know I'm watching a soap opera because everything means something. When they make a big deal about something, the way that they harped on Cat's birthday, the way that they harped on Eva's birthday, the way that they even had Eva's mama celebrating the birthday early and then say, oh no, that's not your real birthday. Your real birthday is really 2 weeks later. And I'm like, but is it though? Is her birthday really closer to Cat's birthday? I don't know. The other reason why I said that I'm gonna give a little credibility to it is, and I thought this at the time, but I didn't want to. I'm gonna start saying everything I'm thinking because then when it comes back, I don't want people to be like, "You just saying that now." The other reason is I thought it was real interesting, and I know we're in the age of Googling. Everybody can Google stuff, but I just thought that Leslie knew her way around that hospital a little too well. And I'm wondering if she has a background. And I'm not saying she was a nurse, because if she was a nurse, she'd have been working as a nurse. But I'm wondering if maybe she has some sort of background in the medical field that we're not privy to, because she was maneuvering around that hospital a little too well. The potassium, like who knew to do that? And then even when she was behind the desk, like who knows how to log onto a nurse's computer and access records? I know it's a soap opera, y'all. I'm not trying to dig a little deep. I'm just telling you, these are the things that was running through my mind. How could they be twins? Who's the mom? Well, remember Nicole. The other theory was maybe not even twins, but sisters. Let me rewind that. Maybe not twins, but sisters. Remember when Nicole had the miscarriage? Somebody was saying maybe the baby didn't really die.
Okay.
But I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying.
The only thing
I'm
that
just saying.
the only thing with the twin theory is how would my thing is Nicole and Ted to know that they were having twins, and so
Yeah,
when they
that's
said
what that's you know what, let me rewind that. Let me erase the twin thing. You're right. Sisters. Let me erase twins. Let me
okay,
erase twins. Let me say sisters. Again, I'm not saying it's true, but let's also add the element of this is a soap opera.
true,
Let's also
anything
add
can
the
happen.
element of this is a soap opera. Okay, Eva is Leslie stole Eva and switched her with Cat.
Oh, please don't say that,
Ooh.
y'all. Not the way
Not
she treats,
who Cat is.
not the way that she treats Cat though. She don't. Leslie can't stand Cat.
Kevin told me stop reaching.
But
I mean, go
I
ahead.
agree with you on I agree with you about the birthday thing. So y'all finna get mad at me, but we're finna segue to General Hospital just for a quick second again.
Go ahead.
So General Hospital, they have a storyline. So Brooklyn and Lulu's ex-husband Dante. Brooklyn and Dante had a son. His birthday just happened this past week, but his grandmother, what is her name? Alan and can't even think of Alan's what is her name? What is Brooklyn's mama name, y'all? If y'all watch General Hospital,
Who's
Lois,
mama name? Oh,
Lois,
Lois.
Lois Arulo. So she pretended that Brooklyn's son was adopted, but he wasn't adopted. He was within the family, and what?
Mm-hmm.
So people have been wondering, like, how does Brooklyn not know that this is her son with the same birthday? What happened is Lois has been lying to this boy about his birthday for years. His birthday, Lois has told this boy that his birthday is in June when it's actually at the end of May. So
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. You know, it's the reason that they keep bringing up the whole birthday thing with Cat and Eva. But I kind of believe what other people said. Maybe, because I feel like with Cat them being 20, so I feel like with them, this was around the time of embryo, so it could have been a thing where she stole an embryo and implanted herself. I'm putting past this crazy lady after she dressed up as Nicole yesterday.
Yeah, and she looked like her. She looked like her. Baby, I said now, what's she about to do now? What's she about to
I
do now?
was
Okay, we
I
skipped
was
all the
thinking
way
that
to the end. We skipped that. Let me go back to the beginning of my notes. I just wanted to drop that in. Like I said, you're right. Let me fix what I said. So for the people that are just tuning in, don't put in a comment twins. I'm taking back the twin theory, and I'm saying sisters. I mean, we know that they're sisters, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's something with them. Let me put it that way. It's
it's
something with
something
the Cat
there.
Eva thing. Let me just say that. Let me say it's the Cat Eva thing. It's something there. As young, I understand. I'm not trying to be, and I honestly don't want to be offensive, and I definitely don't want to trigger anybody that has gone through a miscarriage. So I understand that when there's a miscarriage, there's no. I understand the concept, but I'm in my soap opera mind,
Y'all
right?
have to think we
I'm
in the
not in
soap
my
opera
logic right
world.
now. I'm in my soap opera mind. So I hear what y'all are saying, though. I hear what y'all are saying. Y'all, can I tell y'all I'm loving Leslie? The only thing I'm hating about Leslie is her enunciation of them words. Ooh, that thing irritates my soul. The way, girl, yes. The birthday stuff. Look. I said I'm just the place for your mail to come now. I'm sorry, y'all. Some stranger just walked in my house that used to live here. Thank you. This is the popcorn. Thank you. Good to see you though. You look good, girl. Oh Lord. Oh my. Okay. I love, like I said, the only thing that Leslie, I love Leslie playing this role. Like I'm not a
Oh,
fan
she's
of Leslie because she's a villain, but she's
mhm.
a good villain, baby. She is playing,
She
baby.
needs a
She's a
daytime
good villain.
Emmy.
Okay, so as I said at the beginning, y'all, I have to go back a little bit. So if I'm going over old stuff, I'm just starting from where my notes are because y'all know it's been 2 weeks. So let's start with Danny and Anita confronting Ted. They're really listen. We've come so far now. I don't need to dig
Hmm.
deep into that. All I want to say is I love me some Anita.
Hmm.
Because baby, when I say Anita gave it to Ted,
I love Anita, but I have a little bit of an issue, and I think I said it on my video last week. I have an issue with Anita,
okay,
and my issue with Anita is again, love my Anita down to the ground. But I get that y'all pissed off at Ted for what he did to Nicole. That's fine. But we're not gonna sit here and pretend like Anita. Ugh, Anita, you got skeletons in your closet. You and Vernon are hiding
Skeletons
a
in
big.
your closet.
You
Yes,
were hiding.
yes, she
You and
does.
Vernon are hiding one with Martin, and then I'm not gonna get too far ahead, but you got another skeleton with this group.
Yes, she does. I think she slept with the manager. What you think?
I don't. I'm trying to figure that out because I tweeted this, and I was on Blue Sky when I was doing this because even Harold was like he didn't see it. I'm not gonna get too deep into it because we'll get. I know we're gonna get to it, but that lady in the groups, Tracy, it's something off there. I feel like it's something. They done some stuff to each other.
I think, and I mean, I think they just giving us very much um dream girls. I think Anita might have slept with the manager, and maybe the manager was already dating one of the other ladies or something.
Mhm.
Something with that manager because they keep bringing his name up. If something went down with that manager. Now cause I'm what I feel like Tracy got a thing for Vernon too. Are you feeling
Mhm.
that?
Yep. I've been feeling that since I saw
Tracy got a thing for Vernon. Okay.
her. Hmm.
But we'll get to that more. But I just wanted to, I guess I'm just hopping on the stuff that I missed. Um,
Baby,
baby, when
somebody just said, please give her to Derek and Ashley if y'all
right.
listening right.
We baby, we ain't even gonna get in but 2 seconds. But anyway, I said Cat stays on Eva's neck. And this was just from the beginning, baby. The way Cat got her stiletto in Eva's neck.
Y'all know I love cats, and cat is I'm team cat all day. But cat has been annoying me for the last 2 weeks. And here's the thing with cat. Cat is right about Eva, but the problem with cat is her fixation on Eva. She wants Eva to be to blame for everything when it's not Eva for everything. I get that you don't like the girl. I'm here for it, but mm-mm. Some things you gotta just everything ain't Eva.
Not Xavier said if Nancy Drew in her schoolgirl fashion.
But I get cat.
She does dress like the girl from Clueless though. That is exactly how she dresses.
Yeah, I love cat down, but it's just her being fixated on Eva that's kind of throwing me for a loop. It's like you're doing a lot, my girl.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
we're
you're
gonna
doing a
get to
lot.
it. We got a lot more with Eva. I'm just going through my notes, y'all. Uh let's talk about the Eva Tomas cat of it all.
Y'all know how I feel about Tomas.
We saw where Tomas was talking to Kat, and basically Tomas is sympathetic to Eva. And we see later
Hmm.
on again. I'm gonna just go through. We see later on that Eva and Tomas had a conversation, and they have a lot in common. And
Hmm.
they definitely have a connection. And I think in the beginning it started out as spite. I think Eva was flirting with Tomas out of spite to just get back at Kat. But now I feel like they are actually bonding. They actually really like each other. And
Hmm.
they seem to really have a lot in common. And Kat is hard. She makes it hard on people to like her. So
True.
where do you think we're going with this? I mean, other than the obvious, it's definitely going to be some sort of love triangle. But where do you think we're going with this?
Honestly, I feel like the more the cat pushes, is gonna push Tomas towards Eva because now
Mhm.
that they found commonality with each other, his dad being similar to Leslie, the more that because even when he told Kat like you wanted me to stop talking to her, but he wasn't gonna do which I knew Tomas wasn't gonna do that. Y'all know I've been saying it for weeks now that I don't trust Tomas, and Tomas proves it because here's the thing, I get it. You don't want to stop being friendly, cordial with the girl just because of what happened. But damn, where do you draw? My question with Tomas is, where do you draw a line at in the sand? You know what this girl's her mama cooked up to come at Nicole and Ted, who Nicole is an innocent bystander in this, which I'm feeling the same way that I feel about uh Eva is the same way like Mona feels like y'all trifling. Like I can't be cool with somebody that would do something like that. I'm sorry, it just would never happen.
My
Again,
issue is this.
I know
Go
everybody
ahead,
gonna
baby. I'm
say,
sorry.
oh. No, it's good. I know everybody gonna say everybody. I know everybody in the chat loves to defend Eva. Y'all can defend her. That's fine. But Eva is still wrong as two left shoes because she's a grown woman who can make her own decisions. Yes, she wants to go along with what her mama said, but she's still a grown woman that can make her own decisions at the end of the day.
So here's my thing. My problem with Tomas is this. I agree with what you said. I do. I agree. I have some sympathy for Eva, but I definitely overall agree with what you said because I'm gonna go back to what Kat told Eva last. Girl, you could have stopped it. Like once you realized, like at any point in time, you had an opportunity to stop it and you chose not to. So I definitely feel that when it comes to the whole Eva of it all. But let me say this: my problem with Tomas is this. If you're really serious about trying to be with Kat, I don't think that was a hard request on her part. It would be it would be different if Kat was saying, I don't want you to be her friend because I don't like her, so you shouldn't like her. Or I don't want you to be her friend because, I don't know, something silly. But I honestly feel like she's got a legitimate reason to ask you to stay away from Eva. And I don't think it's hard. And definitely the whole holding her hand and all of that. Like, bro, you doing too much. Like, that would be a problem under normal circumstances. You holding somebody else's hand, that would be a problem for me
Yeah.
under normal circumstances. But under these circumstances, it's outright disrespectful. You know? So, Tomas, bruh,
And it
you
would be
got
a
a lot
different thing
going
if
on.
it would be different if Tomas was like, say, Tomas and Eva had been friends for decades. That would be one thing. He'd be like, okay, I get that that's your friend, but I don't rock with your friend. If you want to remain friends with her, that's on you. But I just don't fuck with her.
Exactly. So, Tomas, and I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot that I didn't trust Tomas because he's such a non-factor to me. But now it's making me wonder about this whole story he told. Is it real or is he just trying to get close to Eva? Like, does he really have a father that doesn't understand him, or is he just trying to get close to Eva?
You never know. Because, like I said, I don't trust Tomas for nothing in this world. Because
Mm,
I think it's lip service with him.
okay. Correct. I don't know. I do like Eva. I don't know why. Like, I can't. She gets on my nerves. Don't get me wrong. She definitely gets on my nerves, but I do like Eva. Um,
I don't dislike
Carol
Eva.
said I think it's Bo. Okay. I need to meet Tomas's poppy.
Hopefully he can act.
We might. Y'all know how these soap operas are. We may end up seeing them somewhere along the line, child. Somewhere along the line, we may end up seeing them. Okay. We're gonna get back. We'll go. Okay. Next I have Leslie then came to Nicole's house. I think we talked a little bit about this part already. Um Child, listen, the one thing this is why I say Leslie is a great villain. Because baby,
Mhm.
Leslie don't have no problem going nowhere. She done went to the Dupree's front door. She done walked up in Nicole's house. She done walked up in Ted's hotel room. She done went down to the hospital. Like, Leslie gives zero fucks. And I am here for it. I am here for it. Okay.
It'd be the audacity for me with that crazy lady.
But what I loved in
She
this
got
scene was
so
how
much.
Nicole called her bluff. She was like,
Hmm.
girl, you stop all of that. And Nicole and Leslie was doing them fake tears. She said, all right, you right. I
Baby, when she stopped them fake tears, I hollered.
baby, I said, this
When
bitch is certifiable. But
she is,
I loved how they had the psychiatrist call her bluff and be like, girl, no, you don't. Like, I love how they had the psychiatrist that had that presence of mind to see the games and identify the games that she was playing. But baby, that thing was funny to me. She cleared them tears up real quick.
hmm I know one thing. She better be nominated for a daytime Emmy this year.
She should be. She
She better be.
absolutely should be.
And the daytime
I
Emmys are in October of this year. They usually hold it in June, but it's gonna be in October. But that lady better be nominated and win.
Yes. Okay. Okay. They had it not 1 year they had it, and the reason why I know is because I was staying at the same hotel where they were having the awards. We saw all of the stars, but I know it was the daytime. Yeah, it was the daytime because we saw Sherry Shepherd. She took pictures with us. We saw Mari Povich. We saw
Okay.
the guy from Entertainment Tonight, the black guy. We
Kevin.
saw a bunch of people from like the different soap operas, and that was in December in LA because we were there for the
Okay.
Redskins game. We were there for the Commanders game, and it was in the same hotel because we were sitting there eating. We were like, "Is that Maury Povich?" And then we found out we were staying at the same hotel. So, and then we
Okay.
saw Tabitha Brown. She was real
Ooh.
cool. She took pictures with people and stuff like that. So, anyway, all right. Now I'm about to hit on two storylines that I don't think either one of us care much about, so we can go ahead and get them out the way. The first
Mm-hmm.
storyline is Joey, Vanessa, and the surgeon. Listen, I don't care. At this point, I don't care about none of it. I don't care about the fact that he been trying to stay away, but he had to gamble, but he tried not to gamble. Joey won his money back. Joey flirting with Vanessa right in that man's face, disrespecting that man the way he is. Like, I don't care about none of it. And even the storyline of he wants Vanessa's business to launder his money. Like, I don't care. I'm so not vested in any parts of this storyline. I mean, what do you think?
Neither. I'm over it, to be honest with you. Be honest with you. I fast forward them pretty much all last week and this week, so
Yeah,
I don't know
I
too
don't care
much
about
about
none of
what's
what they
going.
got going.
The only thing that I will say
It seems like
is,
Vanessa's a hoe, and everybody know. Like she is the hoe of Hillmont Crest. Like nope, everybody know it. Like everybody
that
knows
was
she's a hoe.
that's it. That was the only thing that caught my eye this week, which it was this week, not last week. But that was the only thing that caught my eye was when she talked to her husband this week. I was like, oh. What I will say about Vanessa, she got a lot of audacity too. Her audacity is just hypocrisy audacity.
Okay.
But other than that, I
Um.
ain't got nothing for him.
Right. Then the other storyline that I know none of us give a damn about is Ashley and the firemen. Don't care
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
about
mm-mm,
none of it.
mm-mm. I fast forward them last
I
week and I
fast
fast
forward
forward them this week.
exactly. And I hate the fact that they done double back. I should have
I
never
do
said that
too.
because I just said to you last week. I said so. I guess they
Ugh.
over the Andre Ashley thing, and here we go again. You
Mm-mm.
got Andre chasing after Ashley this week. But can I do want to bring up one? I want to
Oh,
bring up
Ray
two
just brought
things.
something up that you text me about.
Listen, Corey, I promise you that's what it's in my notes. I was just getting ready to say. So I guess we just threw that whole dirty cop because we ain't seen Jacob's partner, period. Jacob working a whole case over here with the homeless lady, with the Leslie and the bike, which we about to get to in a minute. Like all of that. All of that. Oh, and I don't like, I don't know. Okay, so everybody said that that's what they want me to do. Every time we gotta talk about Ashley and the firemen, that's what we go to.
Baby.
So the other thing I want to say is this: since we're talking about replacing people,
Hmm.
the way they need to replace the firemen, I really wish I had time to clip it and just show it to y'all so y'all would know exactly what I'm talking about. The scene, I know a lot of us fast forwarded through it, but for those of us that did not, the scene with the firemen talking to what's her name? Jacob's wife, Naomi.
Naomi.
When they were sitting at the bar and she was trying to give him what he needs to say to Ashley to make things right,
Hmm.
literally all he was doing was saying his lines. He was not putting any emphasis. She was like, the way you have to get Ashley back is you have to convince her, you have to show her that you're empathetic. How do I do that? Well, you have to give me your phone. I'm going to write it for you. Can you do that? Yes, let me tell you what to say. She's going to know that's not me. Like it was flat. There was nothing. If we're going to start replacing people, Y'all need to
Mhm.
get rid of him. And I'm sorry, I ain't trying to take away nobody's paycheck. But sir, this is not your calling.
Mm-mm.
This is not it for you.
I didn't even watch the scene, so I don't know what he said.
Baby, I'm telling you, it was terrible. And like I said, I wish you know what, the next time I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna show it to y'all so y'all know what I mean. But because I know most of us fast forward through the scenes.
Sure the
But
hell
if you
did.
didn't fast forward through the scenes, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Not Derek and Tomas have to be relatives of the producer. Dang,
That's that
Uncle Jay,
DEI.
a poster board cutout can do better. Wow.
Child, because I was
People on
sitting there.
Instagram want Derek to stay and Ashley to go. I think because people don't like Ashley's character, but as far as acting, Ashley's acting is actually better than Derek's. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
like her. I don't like her character, but her acting is actually better.
Ashley is
Not
just
Ashley spent 3
needy.
episodes crying.
That was it. Ashley is just very needy, and that's my problem when it comes to Ashley. Like she's needy, and I'm like, oh God, no. But Derek ain't act.
Not at all. All
Even
right,
that
so
lovemaking scene that they had was boring.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Spiller Boy talked about that too. He compared their love scene to when Danny and Andre have a love scene, and it's like night and day.
It is.
It is like night and day. Ashley was good on FBI, but on here it's very unnatural. She was on FBI. I couldn't remember where I knew her from. Okay. Yeah, their love scenes are just terrible. They're terrible.
Mm-mm.
Very, very mayonnaise. So then we see Leslie and her 2 former friends. I haven't figured out yet whether Leslie is that delusional or she's playing with them. Because the fact that she's acting like she don't understand why they can't all be friends. Like I haven't figured out if she's really truly just delusional or
I
if
think she
she
is.
just is playing. You think she really doesn't? You think
So I
she
think
really
it's
feels like her
both.
explanation is enough?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think she is delusional in the fact that she's like, oh, especially when it comes to Ash's mama. What is up, Jan? I think when it comes to Jan, I think she was really serious. Like, bitch, I ain't done nothing to you. So what you
Yeah,
mad about? I think with
right.
Jan,
Like
she
which is
really felt that way.
right, right. Like why you mad? Yeah, yeah.
With Mona,
Mona was out there doing investigative work and everything. Went down to the casino and everything.
hmm yeah, with Mona, I think it's different. I think with Mona, she realized, damn, I fucked up with Mona. But to think that Mona was gonna have a conversation with, I'm like, girl, you really tripping. But I love Mona because Mona was like, you cannot sit here. When Mona told her don't sit here, I said, yes, Mona. Bitch,
Mona
don't sit
is
here.
not giving up. Mona is got her foot firmly on her neck, child. Baby, what she
hmm
tell her about going to hell? She said something. She had a good line about her
Mona
burning
has
up in hell.
Mona has great lines. I like Mona. I want more
Exactly.
Like we want more Shanice. I want more of Mona.
Definitely want more Shanice. Shanice is gonna. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Okay. Um. So Brown Mama just said in the comments that she thinks that Vernon is showing some signs of like Alzheimer's or something. I'm gonna be honest. When the show first came on, like the first couple of episodes, I felt like he was missing lines and he was slow delivering his lines. But I feel like he's gotten better.
hmm
I actually feel like Vernon's gotten a lot better but let me tell you what we don't need. We don't need him to sing no more. Don't do that again.
Oh, please don't hurt my ears.
Don't do that again. It was a
Mm,
cute scene. I understand what we were doing with that, but don't do that again. Don't have him sing no more. So let's talk a little
mm-mm.
bit about Anita and this Articulate's reunion situation.
hmm
This is going to clearly be a bigger storyline, but over the last 2 weeks, it has built up. So let's just kind of go through
hmm
what happened. Vernon convinced her to call her former bandmates. The first one she called hung up on her. So that's how you knew that whatever went down was bad. The minute she heard that
hmm
woman's voice, it was a dial tone. The minute that we heard that
She's
woman's voice, it was a dial tone.
she hung up, and
Enjoy
that
the
woman was,
burn. Thank you, Ronnie. That's what it was. She told her to enjoy the burn, honey. He
baby.
used
That
to be
lady
a good
said, "Click."
singer. He sang with Melba Moore. Well, he might have been doing it on purpose. Maybe he was doing it on purpose because, baby, that was horrid.
It was terrible.
That was horrid. But anyway, um, and he wrote for the Jacksons. Listen, did y'all see what I saw? I hear what y'all saying, but baby, maybe he was doing it on purpose. Okay, Vernon can't really sing. He had to downplay it. Okay, well, he did a good job of it. He's a great actor.
He did, because I really thought he couldn't sing. But I feel like I've heard that because my mom met him years ago. She met him years ago. I think she had a picture with him too, but I can't find
Okay,
a picture.
everybody keeps saying he's a great singer in real life. Okay, so he did it on purpose. I didn't know that. Y'all are teaching me. Y'all are learning me some things here. Y'all are learning me some things. I knew he was an actor. Obviously I knew other things he had acted in, but y'all learning me some things. Y'all learning me some things. Okay, so that was cute. Okay, that was cute. So the first lady hung up on her. Now the second lady, Miss Tracy, and I got my eye on you, Miss Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
So Miss Tracy agreed to come down. She lives in Philly, and she agreed to come down. And so we see their interaction. And from the word go, I knew Tracy was on. I ain't gonna say she was on some bullshit because I do feel like Anita did her dirty. But from the
Right.
beginning, um, I think that she definitely showed up wanting to see what it was. Like she said, I just had to see how you were living. Like, look at how you living. And as the week went on, we saw them really get deep into what happened with them. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, it sounds like they were a group. They had a manager that basically played the divide and conquer. Yeah, I know we see it happen with girl groups from the beginning of time. Somebody comes in. I mean, they do it with the guys too, but I think it's a lot easier with the girls than it is with the guys. Somebody comes in and they play that, oh, you're special, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. And Anita, it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like Anita took advantage of it. And at first, Anita was trying to play coy, like, well, I just wanted to see us win, and I guess I could have handled it better. And baby Tracy kept poking and poking and poking. So finally Anita was like, you know what? You right. I did it. Because I
Mm-hmm.
came from the hood and I wasn't going back.
Right.
But what we left off with on Friday was there's also something else. Now I'm going to tell
Mm-hmm.
you what else I see too. Tracy got a thing for Vernon. Now, I'm going to let
Absolutely.
you jump in.
So my thing is, I saw when Tracy, took the phone call, said she was coming. I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna meet Tracy. So we meet Tracy, and I was looking at Tracy. I'm like, this is too good to be true. She comes in, they sit down, they have a good lunch with each other. Anita invites her to the house to stay with them. I was like, this ain't gonna end well. And then we saw it. She was jealous. She was like, ooh, girl, you hit the lotto with this. And Anita was like, no, I didn't hit the lotto. I worked really hard. Then they started talking about the Grammys and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of jealousy there. But then I saw how Tracy was moving with Vernon. I was like, oh, you a little sweet on Vernon. Because if you caught it, she said that Sharon got jealous because I guess they all was looking at him, but he went for Anita and he didn't go for Sharon. So Sharon got pissed. I was like, okay, so y'all all was fighting for the same man at some point, I see. But it also, I don't know if you watch Passions Really Be. Okay,
I had
you
to
gonna
Google
come?
it. Y'all kept bringing it up. So if you Google, you
So
go down to the YouTube, Melba Moore and Clifton Davis show. Okay, y'all, I see it. I ain't know. Y'all learning me something new. I'm gonna go look at some of these clips. Yeah, they got a song called What Went Wrong. Oh, Clifton. Oh no. Oh, Ashley speaks. I mean, Ashley Says So did a video. Do you follow Ashley Says So?
mm-mm,
Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch this. Ashley Says So. She does like Hollywood scandals and all of that. So she did a
mm-hmm,
video 2 years ago called Melba Moore and Clifton Davis: Cheating, Drugs, and the Terrible Marriage or Lies. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna look at this when we get off of here, honey.
okay.
I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
say
this
that
also
to
kind
my
of
watch later.
this storyline also kind of reminds me of if people watch Passions, there was a character named Dr. Eve Russell. She was a singer back in the day, but it kind of gives me a little vibes of that, but minus I don't think Anita was a drunk or got into drugs, but it's some stuff there. And I think that, Tracy and Sharon are gonna be where the tea comes from.
I definitely think I think Vernon messed with at least one of the other women, which will be interesting to find out why is he pushing so hard for them to get back together. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So Drop the link for what, K Smile? We don't drop the link during our panel. What's going on? What you need, boo? What you need? I think Anita gave up a baby. She and Leslie from Chicago. What if that's her daughter? Ooh, nah, I don't think the age would line up with that. Anita said Eva would never be family, but maybe she is her grandchild. Ooh.
Oh, that would be a
Now
hell of a
that would be
storyline.
crazy. But I jumped over that too. That was not a funny scene. That was a good scene too, where Anita they were sweet talking Eva, and she
Oh
grabbed Eva
yeah.
by the hand and told her, she said, "Baby, just please understand, you will never be family." Leslie could be, she's slightly older than Nicole. You know what? She is Nicole's age, so you're right. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
possible.
I guess it's possible. It's definitely a secret there. It's definitely a huge secret there. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely one there. So Leslie did forget that Ted was not a Dupree.
That
It's
crazy lady
definitely
ain't
giving
forgot
Dream
that.
Girls. It's definitely.
It
Oh, drop
does.
the link for the video. Oh, I thought you meant drop the link to come up. I'll put it in the chat. My bad, K Smile. I didn't understand what you were saying, baby. Oh Lord. Okay. I'll drop the link though. My bad. I didn't understand what you were saying, boo. Okay. What do I have in my notes next? Okay. Martin and his nightmares. The nightmares are getting stronger. Now, do you think the nightmares are getting stronger because of the secrets that have been revealed with his mom and Bill's involvement or whatever? Or do you think because he's really seriously considered about running for president or something? Like, what do you think? What do you think the nightmares are getting stronger?
I think it's a mixture of both of them. More so the fact that okay, this secret came out about my mama and my daddy. That, but I also think it's like I said, I think it's a mixture of both of them because I think it's more so, this stuff with his mom and daddy. It kind of spearheaded it to him now thinking, okay, yeah, this shit. If they secret, if a secret like my dad's, which has been 20 something years, can come out, then my secret could come out and even worse if I try to run for president. So I think it's a mixture of both.
Well, he definitely decided that running for president was not for him. We'll get to that, but he definitely and anyway,
He
it was
should have been doing
interesting
that
way.
though.
But that whole situation is sort of pissing me off a little bit. We'll get to that because Smitty is actually pissing me off. We might as well go ahead and talk about it before I forget. Because it was like he made the announcement that he's not running for president, which I didn't understand why he made the announcement in front of Eva and the girl from the school. They ain't even part of the family at this point. But okay, he made this big announcement. Now Smitty didn't want him to run for president, and now that he's not running for president, now Smitty mad, trying to figure out why he changed his mind. Sir, take the win. You didn't want him to do it, and he's not doing it.
True, but you got to think about it from Smitty's point. I'm thinking about it from Smitty's point of view. It's like, okay, you're saying you're not running, but when I was telling you it wasn't a good idea, you were still steadfast and gung ho about doing it. So what's changed now? Because the same thing that you're saying now is the same thing that I was telling you when I was saying don't run for president. So I get Smitty's point of view. It's like there's got to be something that's changed your mind,
Something
and what is
happened.
it?
Yeah. I mean, I
And I
definitely
think
understand. I mean, for storyline purposes, I understand why it's happening. Like, I get it, They definitely have to bring it because they started off making that a thing. We knew it was going to be a thing. And then they kind of got away from it with the whole Leslie, Nicole, Eva, situation. But you all right? That's this damn bag. Oh, hold on a quick second. JB.
okay.
I told her I'm going back home. Stay home these 2 weeks or not. We'll be coming over here. He was like, why you gotta go home? I said, nigga, I pay rent. Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. The point is Martin isn't running not because he's considered his family. Right, because it's definitely not about his family. Smitty
Mm-mm,
upset
it
he
was
doesn't
never.
value his opinion. Martin is moved by other facts. I definitely see down the line that Martin and Smitty divorcing, or definitely going through a separation, a very serious separation. I definitely see that being a storyline down the line.
Oh, no. And then also, like Kim said, you have to remember, Bill summoned him to his house, saying, basically
That's
alluding,
true too.
your husband knows, tell your husband basically stay in line or the secret to come out, which he didn't say that, but Smitty read through the lines.
Yeah, now that's true. You're right. That's valid. That's valid. That's Smitty. That's valid. That's definitely valid. That's true. King Kim, very good. Thank you, boo. That's true. That's true. That's valid. Okay. Um, and I'm just going through my notes, y'all. And y'all feel free to y'all been doing a good job talking in the chat, y'all. Feel free. Okay. So Ted is trying to make up for lost time. He takes Eva to the country club for breakfast, which of course that was a big thing. I didn't think either one of them were ready for that moment, but whatever. Eva showed up like a Chanel model on her
Hmm.
way to the inauguration or something. Um, we saw him by her. Hey, I got a question.
It was that town gossip for me that was so rude.
Oh, she was rude. Oh, but I have a question. I have a concern, question, problem. Can we start buying better gifts? Why would Ted buy her a gift of a picture of herself? What the fuck? We got Tomas buying calculators. We had.
When I saw that shit, I hollered. Because when
I
she
said.
opened up the gift, I said, a picture?
I was like, she couldn't get a Chanel bag, some earrings. I mean, I get it. He got her, he got her a job and he's paying,
I about to
he's
say he done
paying
got her.
for the hotel. But I mean, a picture of herself. I could even say if it was a picture of the two of them, but a picture of herself.
That was so weird to me. I was like, a picture of me for my birthday?
Right. Yeah.
Unless this is,
Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, no, unless this frame is designer,
Or it
not
was
even that though.
engraved. I mean, it could have been engraved. I mean, I just felt like, sir, what is this? What are we doing here? What is this? I don't know. You forgot about that calculator? Yes, honey, that calculator. To be honest, he doesn't know her and didn't know what to give her. Typical.
That's
Okay,
give me
that's fine. But I
money.
mean, right, a gift card, money,
But I
spa,
guess he's
something.
but I guess Ted is like, shit, I'm getting you a room. I done got you a place at the spa, so shit. What else can I give you?
I mean, that's true. I mean, he does. I mean, he has been taking care of her. I mean, that's true. He does. He has been taking care of her. But anyway, hey, Don, what's up, boo? Okay. All right. Okay, we just talked about that. Not running for president. But we had a moment where Vernon and Martin got to see Leslie and the Leslie Eva thing up front, which sort of changed Martin's mind
It did.
about Eva. And that's when he ended up inviting Eva over to the house. But I have a thought on this, and the chat, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, and you too. And I thought about, again, I'm going to start saying everything out loud because I thought about this when Leslie first put Eva out the house.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leslie is purposefully doing this to Eva to push Eva over to
Closer to
Ted.
Ted. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that she absolutely knew she had an audience. She absolutely knew that Martin and Vernon was sitting there listening to that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she put it on overdrive so that they would have sympathy and they would invite Eva in. I absolutely think she's still using Eva as a pawn and playing them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely 100% what she's doing. Because Jan was in a corner, Martin and Vernon were in a corner. She knew what she was doing. It was calculated. Her kicking Eva out of the house. Everything she's doing is calculated. Because even in that scene, was it? No, it was the next scene. It was the next day. But everything she's doing is calculated because everything she's doing is purpose. She wants Eva to be closer to Ted so that because in her warped brain, I don't know why this crazy lady thinks that Ted wants her, or she has a chance with Ted. But everything she's doing is to push Eva closer to Ted, so that in hopes maybe she has a chance with Ted.
Ravine said, "Nah, she just crazy."
That too. She is
She's
crazy,
definitely
but she
crazy. Now that she is, she's definitely crazy. But I just,
but when she
again,
got
that's part of
loud,
my notes. I put that in my notes.
when she got loud with Eva, I was like, hey, even I had to jump back, but like, damn, bitch, you really loud at this girl at this table in this little bitty ass diner.
Mm-hmm. But this, even if it's not her plan, that's what's happening. It's definitely softening everybody else to Eva, even though except for Cat. But it's definitely softening everybody else to Eva. Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if she expected for Martin to. I don't know what she expected from Martin, because I think that the crazy bitch is scared of Martin after what happened when she went to that house.
And I was actually shocked that Martin was. I expected Vernon to, because I was actually surprised that it was Martin, because Martin seemed like he ain't got it for none of it. Like Martin just seems so no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I was actually surprised.
So I wasn't, because out of Martin and
All
Kat,
right, we almost
I
done,
knew it
y'all.
was
I
gonna
know
be
y'all
Kat.
like, damn, you got a lot of notes, but I had enough to catch up on. Oh, it's definitely not gonna be Cat.
Yeah.
Listen, Cat, and that's, I think if y'all go back, I think I said that from the beginning before it even came out. I said that I could see Ted accepting her once he finds out, but Cat ain't never. They ain't never gonna be
Mhm.
friends. I could see
No.
them maybe being in a temporary alliance down the line for a common cause, but they ain't gonna never be friends.
The
Sort of
only thing I
like
can see those
Carly
two
and
coming together, Carly and Sam.
yeah, sort of like how Carly and Sam were for a long time.
Yeah. With Eva and Kat, the only thing I see them coming together to do is take down Crazy Lady. And I do see that
Yes.
happening.
Oh,
They're
did
gonna
you
come
see the
down.
previews for next week? Did you see the previews for
Hmm.
next week? Yeah,
Hmm.
honey.
That's the only thing that they're gonna do
Okay.
is take her down.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. Can I tell y'all what I love about the writers? And I'm not really jumping ahead. We're sort of at that part now. I love the fact that they don't let certain things, and I say certain things because some things they do let drag on. Joey, like this whole Joey storyline is dragging, but I love how they don't let certain things that don't make sense drag on. So, for example, let's go ahead and just talk about Cat and the voicemail, the voice note, or whatever. I was really gonna be mad if they were really gonna drag on the storyline that they thought Eva did it. I'm like,
Hmm.
Eva and Leslie don't even look alike. They don't have the same body build. So like all they had to
Hmm.
do was go back and look at that tape. And I was so glad that when that it immediately popped in Jacob's head. I don't think it's her. I think it's her. Because
Hmm.
Jacob is on Leslie. Jacob
He
knows it's
is.
Leslie.
He
Yeah.
do. He just can't prove it.
Right. Okay. Let me go down the line because I think I have Danny told her herself when she was defending Andre, and Nicole was like, "What's up with y'all?" And
Hmm.
I feel like that was the perfect time for her to go ahead and say something, but she lied.
Right.
So now it's going to be harder for her to come clean with Nicole because you point blank lied to her face. Not they
And
call her Catlock. Below said cat, aka Catlock.
y'all gonna stay off my girl Cat. Y'all gonna stay off my girl Cat.
Okay. We almost caught up to we're gonna dig deep into the Leslie Cat situation. We're gonna get to that in a second. But let me go through a few more things. I
Hmm.
wrote in my notes right here, Bill and Haley just having sex.
Ugh.
That's that is literally all we see them do. I
Hmm.
think Haley is trying to get pregnant.
She is. She is, and it's irritating me because, but y'all know I hate Haley. No, no ifs, ands, or buts
Yeah,
about it. I hate
we
Haley and
definitely
hate
do.
Bill, and I'm just,
Right.
I'm tired of it. Cause not to jump ahead, but the preview for next week with Naomi, I'm right there with you, bitch. What you want me to throw a baby shower for you, girl? Fuck you, Haley. Like, uh, but hey,
Yeah,
with
we
Haley, she has ulterior motives.
absolutely. We just don't know what like I said, it just hasn't revealed itself, but she is definitely not the one. Listen, she gonna do Bill dirty, and I'm gonna be front row center when it happens because Bill, you deserve it. It couldn't happen to a better person. because you deserve whatever coming your way, and she gonna get you good. Not Cat is your girl. How unfortunate.
Yeah, I saw that. That is, yes, I go up for cats.
How unfortunate. Okay.
I
I
know
can't
she's
get into
spoiled
Bill
and
and Haley at
entitled.
all. It looks like a minor laying on top of an old man. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, ooh. Mm.
Okay. So, all right. Bill Seeker with Martin. We kind of already talked about that. The homeless lady. What's the homeless lady name, y'all?
June.
June. So we know that June's storyline is going to be a major storyline because they're making her a bigger and bigger part of this. I think that she's the mother. I think she's Smitty and Martin's kids' mom. I think I think she's their real mother.
Okay.
When I saw the picture of those two kids, I was like, "Yep, see, that's them."
But my thing with that picture was that was an old ass picture. But somebody did come in my comments and say that with her being homeless, it could have been weathered,
Yeah, that's
by
what I was gonna say. I think it was just
elements.
weathered. Yeah, I think it was a weathered picture. I don't think the picture was old, like from the 1960s old. I think it was just weathered. I think it was just, her living on the streets and all of
Mhm.
that. So
Can I say
that's what
one thing about June that I like this week? And I thought, even though I did not watch As the World Turns, I loved the reference to As the World Turns when she was talking.
Yes, that was so
I
cute.
love it. I thought it was so cute.
Yep. So that's what I think we're doing. We saw her have surgery. All of a sudden, miraculously, the surgeon hand is fine and he can do surgeries and shit, child, whatever. So I guess he can start gambling again. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Don't care because I don't care. Now I thought this was interesting. Bill went over to Anita and Vernon's house. He made up an excuse to go over there. And I'm wondering, was that a subtle threat? Like, was that, I'm just reminding you that I'm still here and don't forget that I know your secrets. So you better, so I feel like, Bill is still lurking. So I guess that's the next storyline we're going to move into in the next couple of
Bill
weeks
still
is
misses the
Martin and his
Duprees.
nightmares. Mm-hmm.
As much as Bill tries to talk about how happy he is to be with Haley and to be away from Danny, you miss the Duprees, buddy, and you just won't say it because your little wife over there getting her feelings.
I think he definitely misses that access. He definitely misses the access. And do you think so? You think he really misses them as family? Like he really misses them like as family?
As family, no. Access 100%, because that's why he still go
Interesting.
to the
We've
country
never met
club and
any
live
of Bill's
there.
family.
It is.
I wonder if he got like a crazy mama or something that we're gonna meet somewhere down the line, child. Because we've
Like
never even
everything with
heard her
Bill's
be
cat.
referenced. Like we've never even
Mm-mm.
heard. Even Danny's never spoken about like any brothers, sisters, his mom, any in-laws. So it'll be interesting.
It
Bill
will
went
be.
to go remind the Duprees about that dirt. Yeah. He misses the
Mm-hmm.
proximity of power. It was a chess move. I love this chat, honey. I love y'all. Y'all, yes. Okay.
I do
Maybe
hope
June
Victoria
is
Rao
Bill's
comes, you
mama. Oh,
guys. I do hope Victoria Rao does make her way to Beyond the Gates. I know she auditioned for the role of Anita, but she didn't get it.
oh, really? I didn't know she auditioned as the
Mhm.
role of Anita. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe she'll be
Victoria
one
Rao.
of the articulates.
Because CBS had told Victoria to audition for this show, and she did.
Really? Because
Mhm.
Victoria drugged the hell out of CBS for a while.
She did. She did. But they, from what and it's valid because somebody, they fact checked it. CBS told her to audition for the role of Anita. She did, but it went to Tamara instead. But I do hope Victoria makes her way to the show. And that's
I
what I
would
was thinking. I
love
was
to see
like,
her. I mean, not
that's what I was
Victoria
saying.
Rao. Yeah, no, not Victoria Rao. It wasn't her. Who's the one that played Drew?
That's Victoria. She drugged them for shit for
It
years.
was her. Okay, then it was her. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, she drugged them for years after she
She did
left
because
Young and the
I used
Restless.
to follow her on Twitter. Remember, she came out with a book. Baby, she dogged
Hmm.
the hell out of CBS. It was more
Hmm.
Young and the Restless in CBS, but yeah,
Yeah,
she definitely talked about her experience on the set and all the things she went through. Yeah,
yeah, because she said she would
definitely
never go
did.
back to Young and the Restless.
Oh, Big D from Half and Half. Yeah. But she's on something else right now. She's on another soap
Uh,
opera.
she on the BET show, Family Business or something like that.
Yeah, but she's also isn't she on another soap opera too? Because they did a whole parody of her taking the wig off.
I think what else she's on. She's on a lot of stuff. I just can't think about what she's on.
Okay. All
Like I
right.
said,
So
the chick
let's
was
get
for the
through it, y'all.
Mimi.
But the writer had Tamara in mind. Yeah. And Tamara's playing that part. Like I'm here for it. Okay. Smitty visits. Okay, so we already kind of talked about this. Smitty, he visited Nicole. He went and had a conversation with Bill. We kind of already talked about that. Okay, let's get into this. Cat went to Jacob. So Cat and Leslie had a showdown. She's on the Young and the Restless with Jack A. Right. They came to an understanding after Kristoff passed. I hate the tragedy. I hate that the tragedy had to bring them to it, but I'm glad that they did resolve it.
Okay. Jack is on Days of Our Lives, I think.
Yeah, Jack K is on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into the storyline from this week that was like a major part of this week. Cat and Leslie have a showdown, and in the showdown, Cat has already decided that Eva was the one that ran Laura off the road. So she's talking to Leslie, trying to get Leslie to basically throw Cat under the bus. I mean, Eva under the bus. And Leslie, not knowing she's being recorded, she said enough that she definitely is basically alluding to the fact that it was her, really. And Cat takes it to Jacob, where Jacob is now doing the whole investigation. Now, when Jacob is talking to Leslie, Leslie basically throws Eva under the bus. But again, but again, Jacob ain't falling for it. He knows that, he definitely knows that it's or believes that it's Leslie, and Leslie is gaslighting the hell out of Eva.
And he is.
She is gaslighting the entire hell out of Eva. Cat is so obsessed with Eva. I mean, it's again, she's usually right, but her obsession is obnoxious.
That's my only issue with that right about now.
We talked about it a little bit already, but how do you feel about this whole situation?
That's my only problem when it comes to Cat, is that her fixation with Eva is way too much. Is it plausible? And I said this last week. Is it plausible that Eva could have done it? It is. It's absolutely plausible, because if you think, I mean, we only saying that we're only saying the things that we say is because we know for a fact it was Leslie, Sherry, Dana, Anna, and Lulu who ran her off the road, right? But Cat doesn't know that. So Cat came to the conclusion, who benefits more from this? Eva and Leslie. They both benefit from it, right?
Right.
But Cat is really fixated on Eva, and she's not even taking the possibility maybe it was her mama, since this was her, everything was her plan. Everything was stuff that she planned. But if you even think about it, I get why she's coming up with Eva, because again, Laura got ran off the road. Eva gets her job. Then with the potassium stuff, Laura's in a hospital, and Eva is in the hospital with Nicole and Ted. So I do see where Cat is coming up with these things. But when Jacob cleared her, it's like, okay, Cat, you got to let it go at this point.
Yeah. And even that whole scene where Nicole comes to the hospital and Ted is there, and Cat tells them all, and then they're all upset, and it turns into a whole thing. And Nicole is like, Jacob, you better go talk to her. Ted, you better go get your hoe in check. I said, that's Nicole. You better take charge. Let me see. Now, I will say this though. It does seem like Leslie is panicking a little bit. She's a little. I mean, Leslie usually keeps it cool, but I think she showed herself this week. She looked like she got a little nervous, a little panicky, and that's when people start making mistakes. That's why I'm wondering, what in the world is she up to with this whole Nicole thing? Like, why is she getting ready to impersonate Nicole? Like, for what?
Oh shit, that had me hollering. I don't understand that, but I cracked out because I realized I didn't watch Friday's episode yesterday, so I watched it this morning. And when I got to that scene, because I saw it on social media, when I got to that scene, I cracked up laughing. I said, "This bitch is really crazy." Like, now you finna pretend to be Nicole, but she did have a down pat. I will give it to her.
She did, and baby, that wig was cute. That little bob was bobbing.
But yeah,
Ravine said, "Why don't we have any sympathy for Cat?" What are you talking about? JB loves Cat.
what she said?
She said, "Why doesn't anybody have any sympathy for Cat?" And I'm like, JB
Oh, I
loves
love
Cat.
Cat. I love Cat. So I love Cat, but you guys, we gotta call when Cat is right, we can say Cat is right, but when Cat is wrong, we have to say Cat is wrong. And with this Eva thing, she is 100% wrong. Eva did not run Laura off the road. It's her mother. And like I said, I can see Eva, Cat's point of view. We all, the viewing public, we know that it was Leslie that ran her off. But Cat doesn't know that. What Cat is trying to do is piece things together, what makes sense to her. And it in her brain, it makes sense to her to think it was evil, which again, I just said, I can see how she feels that way. But if you think if Cat takes her bias out and take her disdain for Eva out, she will see what Jacob is seeing, that it's not Eva, it is Leslie. Because somebody pointed out
Right.
in the comments a few minutes ago that Leslie detailed the accident to a T.
And not
She
only
detailed
that,
it.
but right, she described. That's why I said she let it be known she was there. And the other thing too, for me, even when Kat is right, she's so obnoxious.
That's the
It's
problem
just
with Cat.
like she is so obnoxious and rude. Like, yeah, like even when she was right about Eva being up to something, but the way in which she went about it, it was just obnoxious. It just for me, I can speak for me because, like I said, JB loves Cat, but for me, it irritated my soul. It just irritated me.
And that's the only thing about Cat that gets on my nerves is when Cat comes at Eva. Granted, stay on Eva's neck. I'm fine with that. But the way it's like you look down on her, so it comes off as I think Xavier said it, classist and egregious. Because it really truly is. It's classist and egregious.
Yeah.
But other than that, I still love Cat, but I ain't got no problem with calling Cat out when she's wrong. Like I told you guys on my video last week, like when it comes to General Hospital, I love me some Carly up and down. I go up for Carly. But when Carly is wrong, I'm always have to call Carly out.
Which she is a lot of the time. Carly is emotional. She's gotten better over the years, but Carly acts out of emotion.
She does, and
She
that's
just
my
acts out
problem
of
with Carly.
emotion.
That is my
I
problem
said
with
she's gotten a
Carly.
lot better, but ooh, jeez.
Yeah, she's better than what she used to be because the Carly that I was introduced to, I mean, my God, the things that she would do to people, and some of the people she hated,
And then
I hated
and
too.
then she would go scorched earth. Like she not only would she would go scorched earth. My gosh, like there was no in between with Carly. Either you were a friend or an enemy. There was no in between.
Because the way she treated
She's gotten a
Robin for
lot better.
years, the way she used to do Robin and Elizabeth, which granted, I hate Elizabeth with a passion, but the way
I
she did
love
Robin,
Elizabeth. I love
really,
Elizabeth.
I hate Elizabeth. Oh, I hate Elizabeth. But I love Rob. I love me some Robin. And I used to hate the way Carly used to treat Robin. Granted, Carly, I get it. Robin revealed that Michael is not Jason's son, that he was AJ's son. But you were lying, Carly. Let's be for real about the
Absolutely
situation.
lying. I disagree, Ravine. Ravine said by that definition and the whole Dupree family's obnoxious. I don't find them to be. And again, you might. And that's what makes the world go around. But I don't find them to be obnoxious like that. I don't find them to be. I don't. But everybody different. What happened to the designer person? Right, because Kat, I need you to get like, aren't you the CEO or something? Can y'all get back to making purses? I mean,
I'm laughing. Xavier said exactly what I was thinking. Really be. How do you love Elizabeth, the
I
whore
love
of Port
Elizabeth.
Charles?
The same way you love Kat. I don't know. I just do. I love
Oh God,
Elizabeth.
I have hated the from the minute I laid eyes on that little. Oh, I hate Elizabeth. I hate Elizabeth.
Love
Ugh,
her.
mm-mm.
All right. Anyway, right. Let's get back to work, ladies. You got okay. Let's go ahead and touch on that since we're talking about it. Chelsea done got her little feelings hurt, which we all saw that
Oh,
coming.
we
Like
did.
we all saw that coming. But I think the bigger conversation in that she had with Danny when she got mad
Mhm.
at Danny for kissing old girl and thinking she
Pamela.
was playing around with it. The bigger conversation for Chelsea is I didn't think I was really into girls. I thought it was just something fun. I was always more attracted to the men. This is the first time that I was really attracted to a woman. So now the bigger question is, what does that mean for me and my sexual identity? And I think that was the bigger conversation in that. So what do you think? Where do you think we're going with this?
So with Chelsea, I like Chelsea. I do. but Chelsea, baby, which I know she's pretty young, but even still, when you put yourself in a situation where you're involved with a couple that's married, I don't give a damn if the woman or man is more into you in the act. That person is still more than likely gonna stay with their spouse. So you kind of played yourself with that one. If you want, my thing with Chelsea is if you want to explore that sexual identity of if you are bisexual, if you're, bi whatever it is, right? Find somebody who's available. I felt bad for her when the girl told her she couldn't, she wasn't leaving. I did feel bad for Chelsea. I really did. But I was like, Chelsea, this is what you this is what you signed up for. Like, again,
Mm-hmm.
you slept with a couple. There, it's not like they're boyfriend and girlfriend. This is a husband and wife couple. So
Exactly.
what did you expect? Maybe she could, maybe it could have been a thing where they could be a polyamorous couple. That could have been the case, but it didn't seem like that's what either one of them wanted. It just seems
No.
like they just are just having fun. The wife likes the wife likes women, and the husband knows that she likes it, so he is a part of it as well. So I think Chelsea set herself
Yeah.
up to be hurt. Now, as far as when her mama kissed Pamela, she over exaggerated. She over, I get it, you're hurt, but your mama's not a lesbian, so and you just saw her, she just
Right.
kissed Pamela on the lip. So I didn't see nothing wrong with that, but she's hurt, so her feelings and emotions are, going a mile a minute. So I can see how she felt that way, but it wasn't the case with Danny. Like even Bill thinking, "Oh, you're doing this to get back at me, sir. Not everything is about you." But yeah,
Baby, Bill was so in his feelings about that. First of all, again, Haley, those are the types of things that should make you think. Like Bill could not keep
exactly.
his eyes off of what Danny was doing. Like he could not stop. For once, Danny was really not paying Bill any damn attention. And Bill couldn't stop watching and looking at what Danny had going on. And then Bill got his little feelings hurt when he went over there thinking that he thought that he caught Chelsea and Eva, Danny in a bad situation so he could slide in, and Chelsea dismissed him.
Hmm.
So let me see. What else do I have in my notes? I think we almost at the end, honey. Uh we already talked about the Anita Tracy thing. Cat,
Hmm.
Tomas, Eva, we talked about that. Leslie visited Laura. We didn't really talk about it, but we talked about the big picture of it all with Leslie and the Laura. Leslie getting a little nervous because she went to go see Laura. I'm like, you telling on yourself. The
Exactly.
minute
That's what
she
I was
went over,
thinking.
I think you telling on yourself now.
You're implicating yourself. You're making yourself look even more guilty. Like, what are you going to see this girl for? You don't know her. You've never met her. So why are you in her room? And then with a
Hmm.
pillow.
Yeah, she told on herself with that one because again, Leslie has no idea, and I know she didn't know. Well, actually, she had to know because if Leslie knew who it was, somebody would have already been knocking on your door or whatever. But the fact that Leslie ain't, Laura didn't see nothing. I mean, your face was covered with that damn helmet. So, yeah,
I think we're gonna get closer because going back to Cat too. So I might be getting ahead of ourselves. I don't know if it's in your notes, but
go ahead.
When Cat talked to Shanice about
Yes,
the nurse, I think that's gonna be the final nail in the coffin is when we.
I think so. That's what I was saying earlier when I was like, Shanice is going to play a big part, and I said, well, we'll get to that later. That was actually what I was going to say. Me and you be on the same page. That's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like because I had it in my notes earlier, like, so when is Shanice going to remember that she saw that strange nurse? I wrote that in my notes.
Mhm.
And then when Kat told Shanice about it, I was like, that's going to be the final. Because again, hospitals have cameras everywhere. There's going to be if they're going to
But
be true
Jacob
to
said,
it, there's going to be a camera of the nurse's station, and they're going to get her on camera. Now I know
but
they said
according to
they didn't
Jacob,
have
there
a
was no
camera of
camera.
him. Well, they said that there was no camera of her walking into the room, but they don't have a camera on the nurse's station either.
What kind of bootleg hospital would that be?
That's crazy as hell. But yeah, I definitely think that's going to play a big part. That is definitely going to play a big part.
Hmm.
Um, Danny and Andre, we kind of already talked about that.
Now, we'll
Danny,
put one thing on Danny and Andre real quick though. because we talked about this, and I think I was the one who said it that Andre was gonna be the one that catch feelings for Danny, and he has. He's caught feelings for her, and
But Danny's caught feelings for him too. You
she
saw her. She
has.
kept looking at that phone. She kept looking at that
Hmm.
phone. Her little feelings was hurt when he ain't called her back. Mm-hmm.
So, do you think they're gonna go public eventually?
I think they're going to be forced. I think they're going to get caught.
Well, we know Pamela knows now because she eventually told
Yeah,
Pamela.
Pamela knows. I feel like because the way they be running, the way they used to just walk up in Danny's house, I just feel like maybe one day they're gonna walk up in Danny's house or they're gonna catch a conversation. Because remember when Andre tried to get them to go out to eat and Danny was like, "Nah, that's a little too public. Everybody,
Hmm.
I don't want nobody to see it." So I think they're gonna get caught.
I wonder how Nicole's gonna handle it. That's what I'm wondering.
I think Nicole at this point probably gonna be more mad that Danny lied about it than the fact that it's actually happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, you know what? Andre might actually have it on camera. Maybe he caught Leslie on one of his when he was doing
Oh,
his documentary. Maybe he caught Leslie on
that's
camera.
possible. But I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
Shanice that's gonna blow this out the water though.
yeah, I do too. I think it's gonna be Shanice. I definitely think Shanice is gonna be the opening up. Um, Smitty, we see Smitty trying to have a conversation with Martin.
Hmm.
Let me see. I wrote Leslie, Cat. Oh, boy. Okay, we already talked about that. And then the last note I really have on here is Leslie equals Nicole. What is she up to? So we kind of
That
already
bitch is
touched on that, but baby, that
crazy.
was I don't know what her next move is, but it involves her impersonating Nicole. We got that
Yeah,
much.
she is not done it, and I just don't know what this woman, I don't know what I don't know what her end. Well, I know what her end goal is. We've said this. Her end goal is Ted. But how do you expect to get Ted? Like, what are you gonna do? What's next?
Dana, Leslie, Sherry, Auntie Lulu, Nicole. I mean Anna, Lulu, Nicole.
Yeah, that's gonna be her next. That's gonna be another name we're gonna have to add.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, we did. We did forget about so when she went to Eva's hotel room and stole that shit from the hotel room.
Child, she was tearing up that hotel room, stealing all that shit.
I just think it was funny when she
Um,
told Ted that he looked like a young thirst trap. Look at you looking,
right.
looking like a young thirst trap.
I mean,
Oh, somebody,
what y'all want to say?
you know what? That would be something. Some Peggy said she's gonna slip something to him. I can't see her doing that, and then, but because it's a storyline that's happened on the soap opera before, where a woman, seduced a man, put something in his drink or food or something to get him in bed with her, so that his wife walks in and catches them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not something that she tries to do. Because I mean, she's already done put some potassium in Laura's IV, so we know she know her way around the hospital. So
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't really have a whole lot to add because um I feel like Ted and Leslie have a conversation every other episode. So, and at this point, I feel like they're just saying the same shit over and over again. I mean, just did I miss something? Maybe I forgot to put it in my notes. I mean, I feel like they're just rehashing the same
they
stuff.
do.
Like Leslie felt like she keeps justifying why she lied, why she didn't tell you, and in her mind, she gonna get you back. In her mind, you gonna come back to her child. And
You know what I thought was funny when the Nicole when Kat went to talk to them, and he said he talked to Leslie. She said, "You talked to that bitch." He was like, "About Eva's birthday." I was like, "Yeah, Nicole, be mad at him." But why are you talking? I mean, even about the girl birthday, why are you still talking to that woman? Like, there would be no conversation with me and that lady ever.
yeah, I just but what I will say is that it does seem like Eva is coming because I feel like in the beginning Eva really just wanted her mother to forgive her and everything go back to the
Hmm.
way it was. The longer she's away, the more Eva is like, I see you, and I think she
Hmm.
definitely sees that her mother is gaslighting her with this whole Laura situation. But again, I have to side with you guys. And she suspected that her mama ran Laura off the road, and she ain't say nothing until now. So
That's my only issue with Eva. And then she confirmed it at Orphe Jeans this week that she did run that girl off the road.
she did.
And
She
Eva
confirmed it.
has see. I saw people say on social media that they think that with Laura's alibi, not Laura, but with Eva's alibi. Eva went to the casino. People are saying that they think that she sent Eva to the casino to give her the alibi while she was doing this.
Child, that was Eva. I mean, that was Cat grasping at straws, because we see that Eva likes to go to the casino, because we saw her at the casino another time. So I think she just goes to I don't think, well, maybe Leslie. I don't think so. I don't think Leslie. I don't think so. I just don't think she loves anybody that much. I mean, as much as she says she loves Eva, she clearly doesn't.
She doesn't. To tell your daughter she forgot her birthday, it was like, damn. Which I've heard that from my biological mother before, but to say that you don't remember your kid's birthday, what, you forgot about their birthday? No, you didn't.
You didn't forget. She knew there was that. But again, she told me something. We already celebrate. That's why I said this whole birthday thing is all over the place, and I think that it means something. I'm not saying, I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning. Let me take the word twin out of it. I will say that maybe they're really sisters. Like Nicole is really her mom. Like I'm gonna take twins out of it, but I definitely feel like it's something with the two of them, and the fact that they keep bringing up how connected they are and all of that. Like there's something with that. It's a soap opera. Nothing is by accident. Nothing is by accident.
Yeah, it's more to that. It's more to it. Just don't know what it is yet, but it's definitely more to what. Because there's something off with that lady. She honestly, she ain't got them. From what I'm seeing, she has no maternal bone in her body.
None. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to. So we're about to get up out of here. But here's what I'm gonna say. I'm looking forward to. I think we're finally coming. The Martin storyline is heating up. The Anita storyline is heating up. I think in the distant future, like maybe mid-summer, I think is when we're going to start getting into the Haley of it all, and get more information on that. It's going to be something. And let me tell you something else. I think, and now y'all, let me know if you think I'm grasping at straws here. I think that whatever is going on with Martin, I think might be connected to the kids and to June.
Okay.
Because I also find it interesting that his nightmares started increasing now that June is around as well. I wonder if June, how they got those kids is going to be interesting. Because like I said, I believe June is their mama. And I'm wondering if how they got those kids. I don't know. I wish CBS would put all the soaps on their streaming app. I say, I know Beyond the Gates is.
Yeah, Beyond the Gates and Bold and the Beautiful. I know those two for sure are on Paramount Plus. Young and the Restless, I don't know about because I watch Young and the Restless. Well, I watch all of them live, but I know that Beyond the Gates and Bold and the Beautiful are on Paramount Plus. And Beyond the Gates is usually up 30 minutes or so after the episode airs on CBS.
Okay. Yeah, because I've had to watch it on Paramount Plus a couple of times. Like when the Pope with the Pope and it was something else happened, and I had to go over to the app. Or I think my power went out one day while I was at work or something, and it didn't record.
Yeah, I had to watch it the other day because we had a severe thunderstorm warning through here, and it kept beeping throughout the whole entire episode. And that was Thursday. But yes, it's on there, you guys. It's on Paramount. All 59 episodes are there of Beyond the Gates. Oh, from the beginning. Well, Beyond the Gates is from the beginning. So I also will say with soap operas on these streaming apps, what they typically do is they typically keep up like 2 seasons of the show. Like on Peacock, they only have 2 seasons of Days of Our Lives, and I know with CBS, I think they only have like 2 seasons of last season and this current season, like The Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless. So at a certain point in time, they're going to get rid of them on there. So like with Beyond the Gates, once we get out of season 2, if we get season 3, you probably won't see season 1 or season 2. Well, you probably won't see season 1 anymore. You'll probably just see season 2 and season 3. Which congratulations to them on a season 2 of Beyond the Gates.
Yes, so we know we can breathe a little bit, but we can't take our foot off the gas because y'all know how they do. So we can breathe a little bit, but we definitely gonna get a season 2. So congratulations. All right, y'all. We're about to get up over here. What you got going on, JB, over on your channel?
So y'all, let's kind of slow this going forward, because everything is off. But because I don't have Raising Canaan, which I hate that, but I'm glad that it's a little bit of a break. But and then I gotta do Love After Lockup, you guys. So that'll be up sometime this afternoon, and then I'm gonna do a Hot Topics video where I talk about everything that happened this week, which most of it was Diddy, which I'm over that trial already. And then we would do Baddies Africa tomorrow and Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then we had this panel here, and I don't know what else I got coming up, you guys, because like I said, everything is gone off pretty much. And then y'all know, really, we talked about, we do have we are going to be doing. I'm going to be doing Real Housewives of Miami, my individual reviews, but we will be doing a panel. So the person, I'll say her name. I don't know if you know her. She's on here as Leology.
Yeah, I know Leology. Yeah.
So yeah, she reviews. I know she reviews Miami. So I think
I think we had her. I feel like we had her one time on the Whether You Like It or Not panel a while ago. I feel like she came on one time, but I definitely know her. Yeah.
So yeah, she reviews Miami. So, and I know she's excited for Miami. So we could, I know I follow her on Twitter. So I'll reach out to her and ask if she's down to join us.
Okay. And now let me ask you this question. I don't do the baddies thing. I don't do the Zeus thing. But what's up with the Natalie Nunn? Did she get fired from Zeus? Like, what's up with that? She said that basically what's going on?
Natalie goes back and forth with Lemmy. Like when they started filming this season of Baddies Africa, she was pissed off at him for some odd reason. So she was live streaming them getting into it with each other. I don't know what goes on with Natalie, because Natalie is a whole mess in herself, and I also believe that Natalie lies for the sake of lying sometimes, because I don't believe everything that Natalie says. Natalie's a fucking Natalie's a liar, but yeah.
I understand.
So I know that they had a back and forth, but ultimately he told her, like, he done told Natalie in so many ways that this is his show. He sons Natalie. Like,
oh wow.
She's the EP of Baddies, but Zeus is his network.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, I agree, Xavier. Zeus is gonna be right there with Diddy pretty soon.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, his former partners like exposed him and did a video. They're actually in court. They just haven't been. The court case is moving really slow, but they actually sued him. Basically, to make a long, complicated story short, basically there was 3 content creators that were trying to start a streaming service. Mm-hmm. They bought Lemmy on, I think, as a financially to help them out with the finances of it. And he basically stole. I'm oversimplifying it. And basically, he stole Zeus. Remember, if you go look at Zeus, you know how they had all that other like real content, like shit that wasn't baddies and bad boys. When it was like other type of content, that was when the other creators were a part of Zeus. Oh, really? And then he pretty much pushed the 3 of them out. It was like 3 really big YouTubers. Like one, it was a white lady, and it was like 2 black guys. I don't remember their names, but I did a video on it maybe about 2 or 3 months ago. Okay. I don't even know if it was that long ago, but he did a video basically exposing it, showing the lawsuit, showing the receipts. So they're actually suing.
I think I heard about this.
Basically he stole Zeus from them. So.
I mean, he is a shady person. From what I've read and heard about that man, he is very shady, and I don't put nothing past him. Only thing I can commend that man on is he's taken this platform, he's made it a big name, and the one thing that I can say, even though I've said this to my people, that I would never work with the likes of, I would never do anything with the likes of Azus. He has taken that platform and made a whole lot of money from it,
Oh
and
yeah, he definitely has.
he does pay. What he, even though I don't understand, the premise of like baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret and all that kind of stuff, where everybody's just fighting each other for the sake of fighting each other. He does pay them good money, but from what I've also heard, they don't feed them people either. They don't feed
Mm,
them.
okay. Well, I'm gonna listen. We're gonna keep it up. But what I have going on, as you guys know, tomorrow we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta at 9:30 ish. It'll be live. We're having an open panel on on Monday. There'll be an open panel on I'll stream it on both channels because basically it'll be an open panel to discuss anything y'all want to discuss, whether it's the Diddy trial, whether it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta, whether it's the Remy Papoose of it all. Like y'all wanted I set a goal. I said if we meet the goal, we're gonna have an open panel. So that will be on Monday. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna try to get Love After Lockup tonight. Tomorrow, they didn't do a Never Ever Meets this week, but because
Mm-mm.
Treese was out of town and we skipped the last week, we're gonna do a Never Ever Meets tomorrow to discuss last week's episode of Never Ever Meets and
Are
the
you going to discuss
finale.
Detroit?
Yeah, yeah. But it ain't a lot to talk about. Christina and Brandon announced that they're
I
divorced.
saw. Wait a
So
minute. Speaking of Christina, so I follow Christina on Instagram. Why did this girl post today a video of her and Brandon when they left signing up for the divorce, and she was just singing in the car? I was like, oh my God, Christina, you're so cringy.
child, girl, go sit down somewhere. Because you were lying to us the whole time. That's all. That's it.
That
That's
that
all.
is that is one show that I hope never sees the light of day ever again.
Yeah, I definitely hope that's over. Thank you, Kevin Boo. Um, yeah, so we're gonna do that tomorrow. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I might want to slide in a members only at some point because I got some stuff to say. And y'all know I can't say it. I got some things I need to tell y'all. I've been given some information and I gotta do it in members only, honey. But with that being said, I'm about to go out. We about to go. I'm trying to decide if I want it's this restaurant that it's this restaurant that's not too far from me that went, I don't want to say it went viral, but I saw it on TikTok and it did sort
Hmm.
of go viral. It's like a barbecue restaurant. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna order from there. And then Kaylin Allen, Kaylin Allen,
Hmm.
he did a review on it when he was in DC last week. And of course, everything looked so good. And so I've been debating about whether I feel it's in Virginia. It's about maybe
Okay.
about 30 to 35 minutes from my house. So I'm trying to decide if I feel like going over there to get it. And a part of me is like, yes. And then a part of me is like, no. So I'm gonna see which part wins.
Okay.
My fat girl really wants that banana pudding because Kaylin, he did a review of their banana pudding and he was talking about how
Hmm.
good it was. You know how he is when he thinks something is good. It is, and it just looked so good. And I was like, it's maybe I'm gonna go get me some barbecue. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna drive over there. I was gonna go yesterday, but I was like rush hour traffic. I was like, no, but I could go today. And it looks like if I go today, it looks like it'll take me about 40 minutes.
Okay. Is traffic bad there?
Well, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's Black Gay Pride, so
Yes. Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
going
and I
on.
was thinking, and I was thinking about coming out there, but I changed my mind last minute. I was like, you know what? I do not want to deal because I had PTSD from last year when I came to DC for Memorial
Yeah,
Day
that's what
weekend.
you said you were gonna come. Yeah.
Hmm. I had PTSD, and I said, I am not doing because what happened is last year when my flight to DC was smooth. I flew from Dallas. I had a connecting flight in Atlanta, and I went from Atlanta to DC. Now coming back home was a whole different shit show. Because when I left DC,
Hmm.
my plane was delayed getting to DC because it rained in Atlanta before it got there. So we were delayed about an hour, right? So then the plane finally comes and we landed. I landed in DC. Well, I got from DC to Atlanta, and when I got to Atlanta, the plane that I was supposed to get on missed it by maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So I had to sit in in Atlanta airport for 5 hours before I could get back to Dallas, and I didn't get back to Dallas until after 1 a.m. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to do, but I will be coming. I will be coming to DC. If I don't come, because also, which not putting, this ain't well. I don't care about y'all know my business, but y'all know I took a leave of absence from work, and so my leave of absence just got approved yesterday. So I've gone 2 weeks without a paycheck. So I ain't had no money for two
Oh
weeks.
wow. Oh yeah, I understand that.
So yeah.
Well, I'm
So
glad it got approved because I know that's I know you need. I know I'm glad you got approved.
yeah. So
Um,
so if I don't come, since I'm not coming this week, if I don't come, I'm thinking I might come out there Juneteenth weekend. We'll see. The week of Juneteenth, I might come out there for that.
well, definitely keep me posted.
I
I'll
will.
be in Dallas. I'm gonna be in Dallas at least one time this summer. It might be twice, depending on what these flights are looking like.
Hmm.
But with that being said, I'm about to head on out. Um,
And I also commend you for doing that daily shit because I don't know how you doing it. Like how you talking about that trial.
but you
Oof.
notice I'm not doing it like I can't. I get people like Don. They're doing it all day long. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But yeah.
Because reading the shit of that, reading them shrink that shit, I'm like, oh, this is the most vile human being I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's
Oof.
crazy, and it's a lot to take in. It's definitely a
Hmm.
lot to take in. All right, y'all, let me go. So I'm gonna decide. Now, look, I just looked at the directions on how to get there. I'm thinking
Hmm.
I might not go because the way it's taking me through DC, and I ain't trying to go nowhere. No, I ain't trying to go nowhere near downtown DC right now.
And that's why I stayed there last year and it was congested.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I ain't trying to go through. Now, if it was taking me, I mean, there are different ways to go to Virginia. If it was taking me the other way, like straight through like just straight Beltway to Virginia, so I'm about to put that in and see how much longer it'll take me to go that way. But anyway, if not, listen. The sad thing is, I got leftovers in there that I probably need to just eat what I got in the house, and maybe I'll go
Hmm.
tomorrow if I get up early enough and I can drive over there tomorrow. But right now, the later it gets, the worse it's gonna get.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll get up in the morning. No, because we're gonna do the panel. Anyway, maybe after the panel I may drive over there. Because we'll be done with the panel by like 2 o'clock. So maybe I'll drive over there tomorrow. Then again, no. Anyway, never mind, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Thank you, JB.
Oh, you're welcome.